This is so Scottish. Yeah, the choice of this accent for this character I thought was a little bit odd because 作为一个海贼王的老粉，当初听到他要出真人版的消息 I was like, are they gonna mess it up again? 因为相对其他的动漫，海贼王它的背景、人物以及那种场地设定要求会更高，所以当初他说要出 live action 的时候，我心里就想，所以刚出的时候我也没有在第一时间去观看，直到许多网上的人都说，这次拍的还不错，主要原因就是他们没有太大幅度的脱离原剧情。其中有一点，许多人都提到过，这次 live action 他们都是英语，然后这英语对话里面各个角色的口音选择很奇特。那我就想，I need to take a look. So this is my react to the accents of One Piece live action. First up, I think I'm gonna go with 老人优先 so 我自己讲 first.
Gave you every opportunity to follow my path.
This is so Scottish.
To become a respected Marine, but instead, you chose to become a pirate.
So the Scottish accent gives off a tough but more lively vibe. So it actually matches the character really well.
So, where is he? Where's Luffy?
At the moment, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I decided to let him go.
I specifically told you to bring him to me.
So rather than specifically, it's more like specifically.
And what I want is to see what becomes of that young man when he enters the Grand Line.
Yeah, I love this dialogue because Garp is kind of a funny character. He's firm but fair. With him sort of being taken advantage or sort of being slightly disrespected, he doesn't take him too seriously, and it really shows in this dialogue where he's kind of, yeah, well, what can I do, that kind of attitude. The combination with a Scottish accent actually matches really, really nicely. Next one, I'm gonna go with Chef Zeph.
This is all the food we got, so eat slow. There's no more after this.
Why do you get the bigger one?
Because I'm 3 times your size, that's why. You know something? You should be glad that I'm giving you anything at all.
Cockney, you should be grateful, yeah? Let's listen to a few more so we get a bit of vibe how the actor plays Zeph.
Hey. What the hell is this?
Call it true bluefin sauté. It's elephant tuna, seared asparagus, and a sweet soy reduction.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, I call it crap. And the day that Bright serves a dish like that little eggplant is the day that hell freezes over.
Yeah, this is like an accent you'd hear down the pub in East London, especially in some more of the rougher areas. So the contrast between this accent and the Scottish accent. Scottish accent has this tough but welcoming, whereas Cockney is rough and tough. You've got to understand the lingo, the way people operate, people in those areas. If you're not one of them, you might want to watch your back, mate. That kind of feeling. I thought this character, not only his accent, but the actor played Zeph was absolutely spectacular. He really did a good job in bringing Zeph to life. It's how I would imagine him to be. Next one, Shanks.
Thank you all for your hospitality and the food and the drink. We'll savour it as long as we can. And with Lucky Roo, that should be about 3 hours.
If you're lucky.
This is the classic RP. I received the pronunciation. I think it's a good choice because he seems to be someone who's well spoken. He's like this big boss figure. He's rough, but he's also intelligent. Shanks is all about 面子果实. You gotta have a 面子 accent.
This hat's the most precious thing I own. It means the world to me, and I want you to take it.
So RP has different variations. You would have contemporary RP, conservative RP, and modern RP. Everything's a bit of spectrum, and very much depending on the character, the person that you're speaking to. So as him speaking to a child, you would be more careful with the choice of your language and the clarity of your language, which means it makes sense the way that he spoke with more of a modern RP. So one of the accent I found a little bit difficult to fathom is Sanji's accent. He's got what we would call a typical roadman accent. He's also known as multicultural London English.
Welcome to the restaurant, where the only thing worse than the ambiance is the food. My name is Sanji. What can I get for you?
Yeah, what can I get for you? What can I get for you? You. The U is much shorter. If you listen to their T's as well.
Cocktails to help you choke down your meal.
Cocktails rather than cocktails. There's much less friction in the way you pronounce your T's and D's. If you watch One Piece, you know Sanji actually comes from quite a posh family background. Although of course he left family at a fairly early age, you would still anticipate he has some sort of a stint of that accent. Another thing is, with Sanji's character, he's so... he's always, trying to impress ladies, and he devotes himself into it. For him, he's too cool. He's almost like a little bit too cool for being Sanji. Sanji actually is cool in front of other people, but the minute he meets his favourite ladies, he's like all over them. Yeah, so that's my gripe with that. But other than that, yeah, I think he's done a pretty good job. Good looking actor. Oh, there's one more person.
What the hell is that? I'm here for a sword fight.
I don't hunt rabbits with a cannon. Why don't you retreat?
This is classic RP accent. This scene, like, every time I watch it, I get absolute goosebumps. It's just freaking one of the best.
Why do you persist?
Wounds on the back are a swordsman's greatest shame.
Magnificent.
Yeah, this word choice was fantastic because it was so memorable when he said it. His mannerism, his accent, I think is on point. Yeah, I'm curious. So much of the accent is based on British accents, but if you think Luffy, Nami, Zoro, Usopp, they all speak with general American accent. Maybe this is to reflect their, Shinsekai, as opposed to the old-timers. Most of these old-timers spoke with British accents or whatnot. Perhaps this is an indication where generations are different. But one inconsistency in their Garp speaks a Scottish accent. Luffy speaks with an American accent. I don't know when Luffy's father's going to show up at some point. What accent is he going to have? So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the series. I really enjoyed doing a breakdown. And so if you have anything that in particular you want me to look into, investigate, I'd absolutely love to. I actually want to go a little bit deeper as well as to maybe the philosophy behind why they chose a particular accent. Alright, see you on the next one.